Alright, yo, they just dropped LF Super Saiyan God Goku and LF Super Saiyan 2 GOHAN reveals. Best reveals I've ever seen in my life. Fucking insane. We're about to do, should you summon, breakdown of their kit. I'm about to let you guys know what I think. I think Gohan is, it's Gohan, but we'll have to see here. Anyway, Goku is red in Goku and Hit. Their Z ability is Strike Attack 38% and Strike Defense 38%. Universe Reps gets an extra Blast Attack of 18% and then 10% Damage Guard in a Z ability. Okay, on Strike Attacks he gets 20% extra damage and he has Blast Armor, so that's good. On Blast cards, he just raises the enemy damage received as he hits the enemy, so that's cool. And then blue card, massive damage, special move damage 30%, nullify endurance, and then when that blue card is enhanced, he can switch out to hit, and he gets 100% damage guard penetration, which is fucking stupid. Okay, green card, when he does a green card, he draws a blue card after, he gets 10% health, 50% ki, and then during the next combo received, he gets damage guard plus 20%, and then he also lowers ally subcounts by -2. And he also heals allies by 15% once that's enhanced. So healing allies by 15% is dumb, right? Lowering their subcounts is dumb, especially with the subcount update, you know what I'm saying? It's a way for them to manipulate the subcounts just like Android 13 does. So it's just really, that's great, I don't know what to say. So switch ability switches him into hits, makes him purple, and then he draws up to 2 cards. If hand has 3 or fewer, he gets 10% health. He gets ki plus 40. He gets damage 30%, and he has ki protection. You know what that means, right? Hit is purple and it has ki protection. I don't know if it's a realistic scenario, but base form Goku and Vegeta, you know, Green Gogeta, their main thing is reducing your ki. So if Hit just has ki protection there, upon already being a unit that can swap out and get ki back, that might be pretty fucking devastating. Like, people are running green yellow right now. If you start off with Hit, bust out Gogeta, make him swap because, you know, his disruptors are gonna work, swap into Goku after, that could be pretty fucking stupid. His starter ability is 300% damage, 235% damage guard, ki recovery up to 50%, draw speed plus 1, and subcounts on switch -2. Wow. And then they have endurance. Wow. Okay. A unique ability on battlefield entry, he draws 1 card, ki plus 30, and then he has a switch gauge up by plus 40%. Every time you use, the first time he uses a strike or blast card, which resets on every switch, he gets 20% switch gauge, and then he gets nullify special cover changes. Also, when unique gauge is full, he gets a crit rate of 40% up, and then he cancels attribute downgrades. When hit by enemy arts, right, he gets 20% damage guard, he reduces enemy ki by -35, and then he has that freeze effect to where if you hit him, he locks you in for those 2 counts, so that can really manipulate somebody into ending their combo quicker. On top of that, he gets it back every time he swaps or switches back into the field, which is fucking stupid. So, wait a second. I just realized something. Okay, so if you get hit by a card and they activate that effect, you can swap into hit and the effect is automatically back. So if they get hit again, they get damage guard again, they reduce your ki again, and then they lock you in again. So it's pretty cool. On Vanish Step, he gets ki plus 50, alright? He gets a switch gauge pretty much maxed out with 60%, and then the enemy takes 20% extra damage. So if you do a PV blue card into a yellow unit, they explode. PV blue card into Gogeta, explode. When on battlefield, an enemy activates special move, ultimate, awaken arts, or rising rush. Don't show me cancel buffs on a unit like this. Don't. Oh my god. When enemy activates blue card, ultimate, rising rush, whatever the fuck, any heavy hitting onslaught move, they go neutral. They lower ally subcounts by -5, and then they cancel buffs. They have a strike cover change. Okay. So now, unique gauge here, switch ability type starts with 50% charge. When unique gauge becomes full, draw special arts next, right? Activation resets on switch, activation shared between Goku and Hit, and they also get 40% damage. They get Dragon Balls 2 times, and they enhance the next activated special move arts, or, well, blue card or green card. Okay, well now we're on Hits, right? Same Z ability, obviously. I don't see Blast Armor on Hit, but I'm assuming that's just universal. Sometimes they don't include it. Hit, same thing, gets more damage when he hits a strike card. His blast cards are different. He gets more damage when he hits a blast card too. He doesn't lower the enemy's defenses like Goku does. Blue card, special move damage, 30%. Nullify endurance, same thing. Damage guard penetration, same thing. Switch gauge 100%, same thing when you use a blue card. Now his green card, which is different, right? I mean, I'm about to have a stroke. They might have done Gogeta dirty. On his green card, he draws a blue card. He gets health, ki, damage up, and then he locks in the enemy for 2 counts. Well, he raises their sub count, because lock in would mean Gogeta's fucked. But he raises the enemy sub count by +2. Okay. And then when enemy special arts, when special arts is enhanced, he also lowers health restoration by -60% on the enemy. When he swaps to Goku, he gets 2 cards, right? 10% health, 40 ki, damage 30%, and then he also has ki protection. So you cannot manipulate his ki like at all. On Battlefield entry, draw 1 card, ki +30, switch gauge 40%. This is all basically the same thing. Press a card, you get switch gauge up, nullify cover change. When unique gauge is full, critical rate 15%. Cancel enemy buff effects. Okay. When hit by enemy arts, damage guard 20%, same thing. Enemy ki -35. All enemy subcounts go up by +2. Let's see. When he vanish steps, same thing. Extra damage in the enemy switch gauge and then 50% ki. And then he has the same effect where he lowers subcounts and cancels buffs and goes element null when you see a rush, blue card, or an ult. Okay. And then unique gauge, when unique gauge becomes full, draw a green card, alright, 40% damage, he gets a Dragon Ball, same thing, and then, yeah. Alright, I think the only thing I didn't see on this unit is, like, extreme... I mean, no, he does have defense capabilities, right? But I wouldn't say they're extreme. I'd say their offense, right, is probably the bigger part of them. But I mean, they cancel buffs, right? They have endurance, right? They heal allies. Hit can lock people in. Goku could bring back his allies with his green card and heal them, right? Ally sub counts -5 when they rush. Like he can keep himself afloat. And then when they get hit, what's the effect when they get hit? It's -35 ki. Yeah, when they get hit -35 ki, they raise damage guard, and then they have the Frieza effect. And then they cancel buffs. I mean, as long as these motherfuckers are tanky... Is this the first tag endurance unit? As long as these motherfuckers are tanky, they should be valid. I don't see an issue with these units here. Like, they should be fucking valid. This is gonna be a little crazy. But anyway, so far, Goku and Hit, I think, are excellent. Now, Gohan, we know how they do Gohan units. I think they're gonna glaze this motherfucker. He might be stronger somehow. Might have to see what happens here. Anyway... Starting off with Blue LF Gohan's Z abilities, he has 38% strike attack, 38% strike defense. He gives Son family 18% blast defense, which is good, against Gogeta and such. And then Hybrid Saiyans get damage guard up to 10%. Oh, okay. His strike card has blast armor, gets 20% damage up when he hits the strike card. His blast card, basic blast card, he also gets 20% damage up when he hits the blast card. Blue card, special move damage up to 50%. He has endurance null, and then if he's enhanced, once he hits the blue card, he restores his vanish gauge fully. He goes element null, and then enemy ki gets reduced by -100, which is crazy. His green card draws him 1 card, 10% health, ki +50, damage +20%, and then it gives him cover null for 5 seconds. And then, if you hit a green card while his green card is enhanced, it automatically gives him a blue card. Okay. His main ability destroys his entire hand and draws 1 card of every type. So it draws a strike card, blast card, green card, blue card. He gets ki +70. He gets damage up by 30%, and then he removes any card ceiling he has. Okay. His starter ability is 300. I just realized they gave Vegeta a Zenkai buff, right? They better make him go neutral defensively easily if he doesn't do that yet, because this Gohan might fucking... I don't know. Anyway, starter ability, damage 310%, damage guard 230%, key recovery 70%, wow. Draw speed +1, and then he revives with 70% health once he dies. Also, if there's at least one other ally who's Son family or hybrid, he gets an extra 30% damage and 15% damage guard. Okay. His unique ability, right? On enemy character confrontation, he draws one card. So if he comes in and sees a new enemy, he draws a card. If an enemy swaps in, draws a card. Extend combo. Every time he sees a new enemy, he gets more health back by 5%. He restores his ki, and then he goes element null for wow. Wow. Okay, so alright, so every time this Gohan meets a new character, he also goes element null defensively. So if somebody pulls in Gogeta and tries to get that snipe, you know, for those quick 2 seconds, Gohan will be element null on top of being a revival unit. So if his defenses are good, then Gogeta's gonna have a big problem burning him out. It's also gonna be really good to put health restore equips on him, because if you have health restore equips on him, if he has good ones, of course, healing in that scenario before Gogeta comes out will be good. When he uses a strike or blast card, he draws 1 card. He gets nullify special cover changes and an all enemy health restoration -35%, which is kind of nuts. On cover change, he gets the unique gauge up by 30%, and he also destroys 2 enemy cards. When enemy attack ends, he raises your arts cost by 10 on every enemy, and then he prevents enemy switching for 3 counts. So if you finish on Gohan, you're locked in. You can't sub out. You finish on Gohan, you're locked in for 3 counts. You can't go anywhere. When on standby, an enemy activates special move, ultimate, awaken arts, or rising rush, sub counts -5. Also, if at least one other remaining ally is hybrid Saiyan, sub counts -5. He reduces his own sub counts by 10, basically. I mean, if you run him with 1 hybrid, which isn't going to be difficult, he reduces his own sub counts by 10. His unique gauge, we're reading attack type now. When unique gauge becomes full, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, key +50, and then enhance the next activated special move or a special arts card. And he also cancels attribute downgrades / abnormal conditions like paralysis, blah blah blah. While full, yeah, he's gonna one-shot Zamasu with a blue card. I love Zamasu's done. Like, I'm sorry, I love Zamasu is done. I don't know how he's done. Like, this Gohan is going to fucking... Promise you, the clips are going to be immaculate. One shot. This Gohan is going to hit hard. 1 shot is Zamasu. Anyway, while his unique gauge is full, he gets 50% extra damage, uncancelable, and then he lowers his blue card cost by -10. Again, they're trying to push the whole blue card thing. You hit it, you nuke. If at least 1% when ally is hit by enemy arts, he gets 10% health. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay. I think he healed allies, right? But yeah, when ally is hit by enemy arts, he gets a 10% heal, a damage guard 20%, and then ally sub counts get reduced by -2. Now we're going into the revival. Revival strike is the same thing. Blast is the same thing. Blue card is the same thing, right? Green card is different. So when he revives, he gets an AoE green card. When you hit the green card, you get a card. You get 15% health. You get ki +50. You get damage 20%, and then he gets card protection. Card protection on a fucking AoE. Card protection on a fucking AoE. His main ability destroys 1 card, then draws a special move arts next. Ki +80. You have to run a green unit. You have to run a green unit. You have to run a green unit. I don't know what to say, but you have to run a green unit. He gets 100% extra blue card damage, uncancelable. And then he also removes the blue card seal, meaning it's guaranteed to hit. Like Zamasu is going to shit himself when that happens. That's Also, if there are 2 defeated enemy battle members, he takes your advantage gauge away by 100%, and he gets 80% damage guard penetration. So, if you're on your last character and Gohan hits this main, you're getting one shot. I don't know what to tell you. You're getting one shot. 80% damage guard penetration and 100% extra special move damage. You're going to die. I don't know how else to say that. There's no way out of it. On Revival, unique gauge charge rate plus 25%. He also supports ally, so ally damage 30%. Ally subcounts -10 when he revives. He forces enemy switch. He takes your Dragon Ball, and then he seals all your main abilities for 10. This is the best unit in the game. On enemy confrontation, he draws 1 card. He gets health, gets ki plus 30. He goes element null again, and he reduces enemy ki by -30. On strike / blast cards use, he draws an extra card. Goes cover change null, you know what I mean. And then all enemy health restoration -35%. And then when enemy attack ends, again, he locks you in and raises your arts cost by 10, and he's still able to come out whenever you rush or ult. Anytime. -10 subcounts. When unique gauge is full, Revival, he gets a green card, draws 1 card. Again, he now gets card protection off his green card when he's transformed. So when he goes, I don't know what I'm reading. He gets a card on entry. He gets a card when he meets a new enemy, right? This Gohan is the best unit in the game. I don't know how else to explain it. He gets a card on entry, right? He gets a card when he presses a card, right? He gets a card whenever you swap out somebody to protect yourself, right? Stay with me. His green card, sorry, his unique gauge gives him a card. Stay with me, right? His green card gives him card protection and also gives him a card. So if you can fulfill that unique gauge multiple times in one sitting, which I have to find out, this is the best unit in the game. Regardless, he's up there. It's really fucking bad. And he enhances the next special move or green card he hits, and then he takes away all paralysis type effects from himself. When his gauge is full, he gets 50% extra damage, lowers his special move arts cost by -10, and then when allies hit by enemy arts, heal 10%, damage guard 20%, ally subcounts -2. Sorry. His gauge charges every time he uses a strike / blast card, and it's consumed when ally is hit by enemy arts. Okay. Because if he was able to use that gauge like L of Zamasu does, I'd say that's pretty fucking bad. This is the best unit in the game. And Goku and Hit could definitely manage to be like maybe like top 3 or something. I don't know. I can't guarantee anything for Goku and Hit. They look good, but this is the best unit in the game. He protects himself from everything. He protects the team at all times, right? He's always going to be neutral. Gogeta literally cannot get the lock-in on him. Unless you stand out there with Gohan and do something stupid, right? There's never a time where Gogeta can just appear, show up, and be type advantage against Gohan. So he's always type advantage, right? His base damage is fucking stupid, right? He heals up to 70% when he revives. He heals when he meets a new character. He reduces your ki every time he meets a new character. Like I said, he produces cards from everything he does. Produces a card on entry. Produces a card when he presses a card. Produces a card when he meets a new character. Produces a card on his gauge. And then his green card, which is an AoE. His green card, which is an AoE, gives you card protection. It gives you a blue card. Speed, why are you trying not to laugh, bruh? It gives you a blue card. And don't forget, I forgot to mention, alright, that blue card gives you your Vanish gauge back. So let's say, okay, let's say you're fighting Gohan, he's last man, right? He vanishes, hits the green card, gets a blue card, hits the blue card. His Vanish gauge is back. And he's element null off that, by the way. And he reduces your ki by -100, by the way. Gets health back on his green card. Main ability takes Vanish Gauge away, gives him 80% damage guard penetration, removes all card sealing from his blue card, 100% extra damage in his blue card. So if you're the last character, you get nuked. He takes away enemy Dragon Balls when he transforms, when he revives. He lowers all ally subcounts by -10 when he revives. Ally damage plus 30% when he revives. All enemy main abilities sealed when he revives. This is the best unit in the game. Who's texting me? Okay, random number, I'm so sorry. I almost forgot I was making a video. I'm pretty sure he gets to enhance off his gauge. Yeah, the enhance comes off his unique gauge, but his unique gauge is going to be activated the same way that LFMZ activates it. So it's not going to be hard to see. Like I said, he's just giving himself cards. Sorry about that. He's just giving himself cards, so he's always going to see that unique gauge. As long as it doesn't take years to activate, even if it says 4 cards to activate it, it's broken. Best unit in the game. I don't give a fuck. This is the best unit in the game. Nindo, run red, yellow with a 3x red MZ and hitch along with Namek Goku. Hitku. If they do a singular new thing for hybrids, right? Let's say Red Beast for some reason gets unique equipment. God Goku and him are going to have easier team building as of now with how things look, but in general, this Gohan has the potential to just be on the best team in the game, like easily. Anyway, y'all, for me, it's hard to say and should do summons, right? I'm going to give my updated answer in the comment section after these units drop. I'm going to pin the comment too. But off first impression, if you cannot wait to summon, I will say God Goku and Hit will be easier for team building. Like if you have Namek Goku, you just freshly started or something, you got Namek Goku, put him on a team with Namek Goku, build some shit like that. Easier team building. But for Gohan, I genuinely think he's either going to be the best unit in the game now, or if they do something with hybrids, if they give hybrids just a little bit of a push, he will easily be the best unit in the game, because the only thing that's going to stop this guy from being great are bad stats. He protects himself from everything. He protects his allies, right? Nothing has to be said. He can't get burnt out by Gogeta. Only way that happens is if his stats are bad. So on first impression, I'll say both these units are great. But I would wait to see what they look like in field. And definitely Gohan might have to wait until something else happens to hybrids. But as of that, that's it for the video. I'd say you wouldn't go wrong summoning on either of these guys. Just be wary of what Gohan would become if you do choose Goku and Hit. That's the way I see it. But anyway, that's the end, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time. See you boys later.